Alright guys, Firebird Bullion here, I'm back. Second video, and as promised, I said in my first video that I was going to melt down this 10 ounce Bullion Club. You can see just there, Bullion Club 10 ounce silver bar, 999 fine pure. This bar I have mucked around with, so you can see there's a bit of texture, and I've written silver, etc, etc. Anyway, I've got the furnace heating up. Going to have that at 1050 degrees Celsius, and that'll melt down this silver nicely, and then I will be pouring it from my furnace over to, there's a nice little kilo bar. I'm going to talk about him later. I'll be pouring from the furnace into my little mold, which I showed you in the first video. So yeah, should go well, hopefully. So there's the furnace, and I've just got this set up on my table tennis table, or ping pong for some people, and getting a workbench made up as we speak. But I got the fire extinguisher back there, got my map gas here, got my Australian beer there. Let's just have a sip. Cheers. Nice stuff. So here we go. Got the 10 ounce bar that's going to get into the furnace. So I'll just do that now, opening up the furnace. It's just heating up. It'll be good to get the bar in there, and I will grab these tongs, place this on my fire bricks. I think it would be good to put the bar in, not the kilo bar, but the 10 ounce bar. Be good to put that in now. What do you think? It's actually getting a bit hot. What have I got it up to already? 369 degrees. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's touch it a little bit. Yeah, that is super hot. Wow, this thing heats up so quick. This is just an electric furnace that I got off eBay, and it is heating up real quick. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on its side like that, just so that I can put this 10 ounce bar in it, because it's so hot. In it goes. There it is, down the bottom. All right, and then that's going to go. Oh yeah. There she is, down the bottom. Okay, so I'll put the lid back on. Okay, furnace heating up, 402, great. All right, so we'll wait for that to get up to temperature. That'll be nice and liquid, and I can pour it in my little mold here. I've put a little bit of oil in the mold, so that once the silver pours in, it will come away from the edges of this cast iron mold, which will be good. In the background here, what do I have? A 1 kilo bar, ABC, Australian Bullion, and yeah, 9998, so pure silver, a kilo of it, an ABC bar, some nice ripples there. And what I'm going to do with this bar is I'm actually going to melt it down with my torch here, my map gas. And so I'm going to turn this bar into silver shot. So once I've poured this little loaf bar in my mold there, I'm going to melt this down into silver shot, and then I'll be able to weigh out some, specific measurements and make some smaller bars as I have my different molds arriving. But yeah, so it's going to be fun just to melt this 1 kilo bar down into silver shot. So that'll be good fun. So that'll probably be my third video, I think, or maybe my fourth, I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. But this second video is going to be me pouring my first bar from this furnace. Oh, it's made a noise. What are we at? 402 degrees Celsius, 403, so not long to go. So I'll be pouring the bar soon. Okay, 669, 670, getting there, getting there. Let's have a quick look. Quick peek in the furnace. Oh yeah, it's red hot in there, guys. Let's have a look. There she is. Wow, look at that. There's the bar. You can see the texturing I put on it. That 10 ounce bar liquefying, ready to be poured. Okay, so we're at 866, and silver melts at 960 degrees Celsius. And let's just have a quick look where it's at 868 now. So a quick peek, and it's still in bar form there. So it's gonna, another say 80 degrees, and it is going to start melting. But even at 873 degrees, it is still in bar form. Look at that. There's the bar. Glowing hot, but not melted yet. So once it gets to 960, I guess it's going to start melting down. So stay tuned. 960. So silver, sorry, I said 960. It actually melts at 961 degrees Celsius. So right now, I'm guessing in the furnace that silver is starting to melt. Let's have a quick peek. Oh, look how hot that is. I can still see the top of the bar, but I'm guessing the bottom of the bar is melting. So we're going to let that get right up to 1050. So that way, because it's over the 961, when I go to pour it, silver, you know, it's going to hit the atmosphere and the outside temperature, which is quite cool here tonight. So being at 1050, it's going to give me that time to take it from the furnace and pour it into the mold, because it will be reducing in heat, and I don't want it to start to go hard in the, you know, before it's poured. So anyway, we'll get it right past its melting point up to 1050, and then we'll pour it in the mold, knock it out, and then we'll quench it in this water that I've got ready here, and then we'll take a look and see what we get. 980. Let's have another little peek. Definitely past its melting point. Ooh. It's like the sun, isn't it? Awesome. So I've just turned the lights off because I'm doing this at night time. Just opening up the furnace now. What are we at down here? Let's just have a quick look actually. 988 degrees Celsius. So let's just take a quick peek inside the furnace, see what's going on. And, ooh, it's gone. The bar is gone. It is now liquid. Wow, you can see the liquid down there. See that, guys? That's liquid. That is complete and absolute liquid. Wow. Just like that. 984. So it starts to melt at 961. And I would say by 981, it was liquid. One more look. Lift up the lid. Have a quick peek. Yes. Look at that. That is just liquid silver. Wow. Okay, guys, I'm just going to give you a little sneaky peek at what this crucible looks like when I pull it out. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. It's incredible. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm just going to put that back in now. I can feel the heat coming off that. I'm going to go put my gloves on. I should have had my gloves on already, my safety gloves. I've got some nice safety gloves. Got a safety jacket, a safety apron, got my safety goggles on. I'm just going to put those gloves on now because I just felt that heat, and I definitely don't want any of that on my hands. So I'm going to set up the camera right next to the mold, and we'll watch the pour. Let's go. Okay guys, so I've got the mold heating up, and I'm about to pour the silver. Here we go. First time ever pouring silver. Let's see how we go. Oh yeah. It came out quicker than I thought it was going to come out. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Did you see that? I obviously poured too much. That came out way quicker than I thought, but look at that. Look at that. First pour in the bar. Wow, look at that. Some nice little ripples on that, eh? Not bad, not bad. Well, obviously you're going to re-pour this one because it's overflowed. I wonder how much we got. I'll have to weigh it. But bear with me. I'll try and get this out. Hopefully it comes out nice and quickly. Let's have a look. Let's see what happens. I did put some oil in there, but who knows? Who knows? Oh, look at that! Look at that! It came out. It came out. Look at that. Look at that. Oh boy. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll quench that. You get a good grip on it, and I'll take you over and have a look at it. Here we go. Here we go. Wow. Okay, so that's been quenched. Tell you what, that came out of the mould a lot nicer than I thought. I thought I was going to have to be banging it, trying to get it out. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Can I take off my gloves? Can I have a look at it? What do you reckon? I don't know, it's my first time. I'm going to try it. I'm going to just touch it with my finger. It's cool. It's cool. Immediately cool. Wow. Look at that. All right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Wow. Look, 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 look. First pour ever. Look at this. Little loaf. It's like a bread loaf. Look. Look, it's over the tin. Look, it's a bread loaf. Look. Look. Look at this thing. Wow. Look at that. That is rustic. That's what I wanted. There's a lot of pretty silver out there, you know, all these coins, and everyone's afraid to touch them and nick them and mark them, but that's no fun. Look at this, guys. You can hold this. You can play with this. You're not going to worry about your hands being on it. You're not going to worry if it gets a little scratch on there. Look at those ripples on there. Wow, come on. What do you reckon? Look, first pour ever. My first little loaf bar. What do you reckon? Hey, I know it's overflowed a little bit. You know, I can re-pour this, make it a little bit nicer. You know, this is definitely overflowed my mold. But wow, first pour ever. What do you reckon? Look at the texture on this thing. I was going to texture these bars, but these cast iron molds, look at that. That's their own thing, isn't it? Wow. Look at that. I might have just polished this one up and just have a look at it in all its glory. And just might weigh it and see how much it weighs. Okay, let's have a look. Here it is in all its glory. My first pour, and I'm loving the character in that. Look at that. That's come out of a cast iron mold. Beautiful. So I haven't polished it. Not sure if I'll keep it, but there it is, my first pour. Might re-pour it. But look at that. I love that. So let's weigh it and see how much silver I got into that mold and what's left in the crucible. So 7.39 ounces. So nearly 7.5 ounces. So that means I've got 2.5 ounces left in the crucible. So I will I'll pour that out now. Here we go.
Perfect one.
That one was joy.
Oh my gosh!
Look at it. That's beautiful.
You are so.
Okay, so here's the rest of it poured out, and I have re-poured it. The first pour turned out looking a bit like a half pipe for a skateboard, and this one is a second pour, and it is about 2.6 troy ounces. But you can see some beautiful ripples there, so if I was to put that through the tumbler, that would really clean up nice. And yeah, it's a nice little bar. Look at that, 2.6 troy ounces coming out of a cast iron mold. I can get that stamped and have that looking real nice. So yeah, I think I'll put that one through the tumbler and see how it goes. And this one here, well, being my very first pour, I'm going to hang on to it for a little bit longer, and I may re-pour it and make it look pretty, but that is my first pour, so maybe I should keep that, get it all polished up, stamp it, and maybe even write Firebird Bullion first pour 2020, something like that, 999 fine silver. But I think I should keep that being my very first pour. What do you reckon? I think it's a keeper. And this one here, I'm gonna keep it, polish it up, see what it looks like, and keep practicing. But I think for my very first pour, if I may say so myself, I think I've done pretty good. Look at those ripples. It's like a pond effect. Someone's dropped a little stone there, and the ripples are coming out perfectly.